Good morning, dear YouTube viewer. I'd like to put a couple of shout outs to some of my more faithful viewers. Shulamite Girl, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but wanted to thank you for all your comments. One Summer Sky, feel free to converse with anybody you like about anything you want on any of my videos. Thank you for your consideration on that, and for everybody else, a warm greeting. This is kind of a follow-up on my last video, People Express Themselves, because I wasn't able to complete it. I had digitally imaged, I guess. Film isn't really an adequate description anymore, since we don't use film and video either, really. But I had made 4 segments, and I could only piece 3 of them together. The 4th one apparently was too long of a file for the YouTube video editor, so I couldn't finish the video. And the whole point of the video is that people are gregarious, and without going into as much into it as I did on the part that I wasn't able to complete, is when people express themselves, it's usually a reflection of how their state of being or their state of mind. If you're happy, you express joy, and if you're miserable, you express miserable sentiment, hatred. So when people express themselves, they're trying to share and communicate, because we are gregarious creatures, and we would like others to feel similar to what we're feeling. So when we're happy, we would like other people to be happy, and when we're sad or miserable, we want other people to feel that way also. So it's nice to share in joy, but it's not so nice to share in the misery. And when people say hateful, hurtful things, it's easy to react in kind, to take that personally. But if you realize that that's their situation, and that maybe pity and sympathy rather than taking this personally, I'm just thinking that might help sometimes. Aside from that, just to share something, I had some awful dreams last night about bodies being buried in barrels to kind of hide nefarious activities. Horrific. But as I was driving to work, I was trying or wishing that I realized more the significance, because I think that part of that mysticism, there is an explanation. It's just a lot of times a lack of awareness. If I was more aware, maybe I would realize the significance of the dream. But there's a lack of awareness on my part, and it brought to mind another observation that I've had about something that I wish I realized the significance of, is when on occasion I'll see dogs running as if disoriented. I mean, they'll run into traffic oblivious of what's going on around them, and what kind of convinces me of it is that when I do see that, it's not an isolated incident. It's not just like one dog running into the street without paying attention. I will see a series of them at similar times, so it seems like something's affecting them. I'll see two or three dogs at different times during that same day or that same time period. And it seems like they're just not paying attention as they normally do. And I've wondered what the significance of that is, but I'm just not aware of what it is. That there must be something. And while I was thinking of that, and I had this dream in the back of my head, all these things running through I drove over this certain part of the street where it's a rise, and the first thing I see is a dog sniffing like a square piece of earth, like it's sniffing at something in there. So coincidence perhaps, but after what I was thinking at that time, it was a little unsettling. I was wondering, is there a body down there? So anyway, but when you hear negative things, just it might help if you realize that the person saying these negative, miserable, hateful, fearful things, whatever, that's their state of being. So if you take that into consideration, maybe you won't have such a similar reaction. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll try to come up with something else in the future, not too long. Peace.